So today on What's Inside, I'm going to be looking at an older car stereo radio box. So it's from an older car. Took it out to replace it. Has a tape drive. Boring. Has a CD drive. Has a multi one, I think. Might not. I don't know. It'll be fun to see if it does. Those multi ones are kind of fun to look at on the inside. A bunch of buttons. Built-in radio tuner. I think it also has a built-in amp. See on the back has some boring little plugs just to go to other things. It's pretty boring inside box. Let's open it up and see what's in. Looking at it, looks like the front can pop right off using those clips there, and the top will pop off using these back tabs here. All you need is a little screwdriver or a smudger just to pop those off. So I'm going to do that. And here it is removed. And first thing we're going to look at, front panel. You have to take off the knobs to do it, but other than that, if we look here, it's a standard circuit board. Definitely looks older. Very simple though. We see it all has everything under one chip here. The only noticeable thing you see is they gunked it here. You can see the silicone gunk. It's actually kind of squishy. I don't know if I can possibly show you that though. Squish. Probably can't see this, but it's squishy. Normally they're doing this either to protect it, to try to keep it in to reduce contact from possible moisture or something. The other thing they could be doing is to try to keep you from reading off the pins, but I truly doubt it. I feel like I could peel this off fairly easily. But a lot of the times they do it on stuff like Blu-ray players, so you can't tap into the unencrypted, uncompressed HD outputs. But I truly doubt they're doing that. This is just completely signals. It's probably just to keep the chips on, and especially in a car where stuff's shaking all the time. Let's look at the other box now. Yeah, that's just a metal cage. There's not much you can see. Bottom, we can see the circuit board, definitely an older design. There's nothing on the back, though. It seems to be single layer, but there might be another layer on it. Yeah, no, it's 2-layer for sure. You can see those top layer here, but it's nothing more than that. Looks like I'm gonna have to take off the optical drive. Looks like a fairly normal slot load optical drive. Fairly normal design-wise. It's definitely not a standard form factor by any means, but I think I had a What's Inside earlier of optical drive, so you can look at that. Just looks like you have to take off these two screws here, and these two on the back to pull it out. Gonna do that now. Might pull out the tape drive too, so you can see the whole motherboard, or just circuit board under it, which has all the amps and stuff. And then we'll take a closer look at that circuit board. Here's a CD drive. We can see the slot here to load it from. Not much to see on this side. Really not a ton to see on this side. It's boring CD slot load drive. There's a lot of them. There's a tray motor that pulls it in and out. You got the spinning motor, a bit hidden right in here though, that spins the drive, and you also have the motor that moves the read head and stuff. It's a CD DVD drive. It's boring. Tape drive, slightly more exciting. Actually have belts. Well, it's quite a large belt. I don't know why they made the belt that big though. But we can see it has the two spindles. I think these drive these spindles by a gear. This moves down when it wants the thing, so you put it in here. There's a motor that then moves this down. Let's see if I can find that motor. Appears to be this motor here, if I'm right. And then it spins it, pulls it through. And then this little thing with its own connector is the read head. It's magnetic media, so it just reads it magnetically. Now to the slightly more exciting topic. This is the actual inside and main circuit board. So there's a good look at it. You can definitely see it's a 2-layer board from what we could see. Not a ton to see here. So this covered up little board here, that's the radio. Radio is almost always covered up and closed like that, so RF interference isn't a big issue. We can see we have the potentiometers and rotary encoder, potentiometer, rotary encoder for the different menus and stuff. This is the big main chip here. This is what does all the main processing and stuff of the media. So this is what's going to interpret the CD and the tape media and change the audio settings, and it does pretty much everything out of that. There's a few more little chips around that do other things. This looks like a higher power, might be a little amplifier chip, something like that. Might also be a power chip. You can tell it's higher power because this one's wider. Probably for higher power delivery. We got another guy. This guy might manage to tape a CD drive. Probably doing CD because it's close to this connector here. Not a ton else. Oh, and the main power amps seem to be this right here. And the main power amp actually seems to be this chip here. This other one might be a smaller power amp for other speakers, or Because those tweeters, it might have been doing that because it has a heatsink, or it might be a power regulation chip. But it looks more like a audio chip. This one's the main one here. We can see on the back how it has quite a few connectors to the back, and it also has a fairly reasonably sized heatsink. But compared to the new ones, almost all the new units like this are running Class D amplifiers because they make much less heat and sound almost as good. It's a switch mode amplifier, so it uses PWM instead of voltage changes. And we can see we have a few more higher power chips here. There's supposed to be another connector on the front here. I don't know why they would have put, see that little pinout wasn't used. 8 pins. I don't know what you would have done. That's not like an aux input. I don't know what they would have used that for. It could have been testing on cinema. I don't know. They also had 2 inputs here, the RF inputs. That one, this one's the radio antenna. I don't know what this one is plugged into. It was plugged in. I have no idea what it was for. I can't think of it. There wasn't like an on steering wheel control or anything. Yeah, and that might be power though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to go reverse engineer the whole thing. So that's about as deep as we're going to be looking at into this system for now. Thank you for watching this video, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like that in the future. Bye.